Have you ever noticed a whisper inside you that doesn't come from your mind or your heart? It's a gentle pulse, a subtle vibration coming from deep inside your skull, like a tiny star quietly resting among your thoughts. That whisper isn't just your imagination. It's the call of a forgotten part of your body, the pineal gland. For centuries, ancient cultures, mystics, and alchemists have understood that the human body is more than just flesh and bones. It's an energetic system built for something greater. On this hidden map, the pineal gland plays a key role, not just as an endocrine gland, but as a kind of spiritual antenna, a bridge between the seen and unseen. It's the eye of inner vision, the place where the soul breathes and the body remembers. But beyond the mystical side, there's an even deeper truth that's been quietly passed down through ancient temples and sacred texts. When the pineal gland activates, the body's own healing powers come alive. Healing isn't just fixing damage, it's returning to your original state, and that state comes from within, from the electromagnetic field you create when your intention, breath, and awareness line up. In this video, we'll dive into that mystery. We'll explore why the pineal gland is way more than a physical organ, and how waking up its vibrational power can directly impact your health, emotions, and even your destiny. We'll look at how your body's magnetic field, the invisible halo around you, reshapes itself when the pineal and the heart sync up. You'll learn how simple practices like breathwork, visualization, and focused intention can open this inner gateway. Come with me on this journey where science meets spirituality, where your body becomes a temple, and where the fire of your soul ignites from the very center of your mind. Because there's no path more powerful than the one you take inward. At the end of that path waits an ancient eye, always watching and waiting for you to awaken it. Since the dawn of time, people have sensed there's more inside than just flesh, bones, and thoughts. Sometimes, without really knowing why, we feel there's a portal deep in our skull, a spiritual lens that connects different worlds. That feeling wasn't random. Ancient civilizations didn't just honor the pineal gland. They saw it as a divine tool for perception, vision, and healing. In Egypt, temple initiates knew awakening started right in the center of the brain. The Eye of Horus symbol wasn't just decoration. It mirrors the shape of the pineal gland and its links to other brain parts. For them, this eye looked inward, toward the soul. In ancient India, the rishis talked about the Ajna chakra, also called the third eye, located between the brows but rooted energetically in the pineal gland. This chakra was known as the seat of intuition, wisdom, and the ability to see beyond illusion. Practices like Trataka, where you gaze steadily at a flame without blinking, and deep breathwork and meditation were designed to activate this gland. Plato called the pineal the organ of inner vision, describing the soul as something that looks through it to remember eternal truths. Later, René Descartes, from a more scientific view, called it the seat of the soul, thinking it was where the material and immaterial meet. It's no accident that so many traditions focus on this gland. The pineal is one of the few organs without a fully understood biological role. Science knows it produces melatonin, sure, but its crystal-like structure and heavy blood supply hint at something more. It's like an energy converter, a biological antenna that tunes into realities beyond the ordinary. Here's the key connection. The pineal only activates when the body's magnetic field is in sync. When the heart beats in harmony, intention is clear, and vital energy, whether you call it prana, chi, or kundalini, flows freely. Then the pineal picks up the signal, and not only opens your inner vision but also heals your whole body. Ancient mystery schools got this. Their rituals, chants, and symbols prepared the body temple for awakening. Activating the pineal wasn't just a brief experience, It was a complete rebirth of the self. And that rebirth is possible for you right now. Imagine your body as a sacred temple. Every part has symbolic, energetic, and spiritual meaning, but one spot stands out, the silent apex, the secret dome from which your soul watches life. The pineal gland isn't just any gland. It's a biological prism that turns electrical signals into inner light and vice versa. Modern science sees the pineal as the regulator of your sleep cycle through melatonin, but that's just the surface. Inside, it contains tiny hydroxyapatite crystals, structures that generate electric currents when pressured or vibrated. Mystics call it an internal crystal, like quartz, right at the brain's center. This isn't just poetic, it's sacred anatomy. So how does this gland affect healing? That's where the human magnetic field comes in. Our bodies generate not only a physical but an electromagnetic field, especially strong around the heart. When this field is balanced, when emotions, thoughts, and energy flow smoothly, it creates an organized pattern that can affect matter itself. When the pineal switches on, it boosts this field, like flipping on a high-frequency generator that resets the vibration of your entire body. At its core, disease is really just a vibrational imbalance, an area where energy has gotten stuck, twisted, or gone off its natural path. So, by activating the pineal gland and syncing up the heart's coherent field, we kickstart a recalibration process. Have you ever noticed that after a deep meditation, a vivid dream, or a powerful spiritual experience, your body feels lighter, clearer, even healthier? That's not just in your head, it's an actual energetic shift where the pineal acts like a conductor, bringing everything into resonance. Think of it like tuning a musical instrument. If a string is off, the sound is harsh. But once you adjust the tension and vibration, the music flows smoothly. The same thing happens with your cells, tissues, organs, and emotions. The pineal doesn't heal by itself. It harmonizes the energy that allows your body to heal itself. And you don't need any fancy gadgets. This all happens through internal practices like conscious breathing, visualization, and focused intention. When you breathe while focusing your attention on your brow, or visualize a gentle light activating the center of your head, you're stimulating the pineal. If you add genuine feelings of gratitude and love, your magnetic field expands and becomes more coherent, and in that state, your body responds, aligns, and regenerates. There's no magic formula here. You just have to remember your original design. The human body was built with its own healing tools, and the pineal is one of the most powerful. Working with it is like flipping the master switch for your body's energy system. Coming up, we'll get into how to put all this into practice, the methods, the experiences, and the challenges you might face when you decide to wake up this sleeping jewel inside you. Awakening the pineal isn't like pushing a button. It's more like lighting a sacred fire in an inner temple that's been dim for years. It takes presence, clear intention, and understanding what you're actually activating. Because when the pineal wakes up, it doesn't just help you see the soul. It makes your whole body come alive. For many, the journey begins with the breath. Conscious breathing, especially when you focus on the brow and the back of the skull, helps the life force energy, or prana, flow toward the pineal. But this isn't just any breath. It's a breath that listens, that flows with intention, that opens rather than forces. A simple but powerful technique is to imagine a sphere of golden or violet light, breathing with you at the center of your head. With every inhale, the sphere expands. With every exhale, it shines brighter. If you practice this regularly and with commitment, you'll start to feel a new sensitivity, as if your body is remembering a language it forgot. Sound is another powerful tool. Certain frequencies, like 963 Hz or harmonic chants can make the pineal's crystal structures vibrate. Listening to these sounds in meditation, with your eyes closed and focus sharp, can bring spontaneous moments of activation, flashes of light inside, archetypal visions, or even a feeling of expanded time and space. But there are challenges too. Awakening the pineal doesn't just open doors of light, it also shines a light on your shadows. As your awareness grows, emotions, wounds, and limiting beliefs surface, not as punishment but as chances to clear and heal. True pineal awakening isn't about escaping reality, it's about integrating it deeply. Many people feel confused when they start experiencing emotions or perceptions more intensely after activating the pineal. That's not a mistake, it's a sign you're becoming more sensitive. The soul starts noticing the hidden threads of its story. That's when the heart's magnetic field becomes critical. Only a heart in coherence can hold the fire that the pineal reveals. So every practice needs to be grounded in the body. Spiritual awakening without grounding can be shaky. Mindful eating, walking barefoot, spending time in nature, and cultivating silence are ways to help the body adjust to the energetic shifts this gland brings. The body needs to feel safe to open that door, and when it does, something amazing happens. Your immune system gets stronger, digestion settles, sleep improves, emotions soften, and your mind calms down, because healing happens through resonance, not force. The pineal, when fully alive, is the conductor of that inner harmony. In the end, the pineal gland isn't a destination, it's a path toward deeper, fuller, more authentic consciousness. It's the eye through which the soul sees and the heart remembers. Awakening the pineal isn't just a one-time mystical moment during meditation or a retreat. Real transformation starts when you bring that awakening into everyday life, making it a rhythm in your actions, words, and silences. An active pineal doesn't run away from the world, it transforms it at the root. The first piece of advice is to keep up constant energetic hygiene. Just like you take care of your body with food and cleanliness, you have to protect your electromagnetic field too. Avoid overexposure to chaotic news, invasive technology, and toxic emotional environments. The pineal is delicate like a night-blooming flower that only opens under the right conditions. Your environment needs to be a high-vibration sanctuary. Daily conscious breathing is a master key. Just a few minutes when you wake up or before bed. Close your eyes, focus on your brow, and breathe slowly. Picture a bright light at the center of your head, growing with each inhale and settling with each exhale. This simple practice can fine-tune your energy and calm your nervous system. Another important tip is vibrational nutrition. The pineal gland clearly responds to what we put into our bodies. Fresh, living foods packed with life force energy support its activation, while too much sugar, refined flour, and processed foods can dull its sensitivity. Gradually cutting out fluoride from water and toothpaste has also been suggested as a way to help decalcify this center. Also, keep your body moving, not necessarily through intense workouts, but through practices that connect with subtle energy like yoga, qigong, conscious dance, or walks in nature. Your body is the temple where the pineal can truly shine. If that temple is closed or neglected, the light can't get in. A big part of this is training your attention. We live in a world full of distractions where the mind bounces from one thing to the next, but the pineal only lights up with focus. Cultivate simple contemplative practices, stare at a candle flame, listen to mindful music with your eyes closed, or just sit quietly and watch the sky. These moments ground your energy and prepare you for inner growth. And maybe most importantly, live with sacred intention. It doesn't matter if you're cooking, talking to someone, or working. When you act with presence and meaning, every action becomes an energetic prayer. The pineal doesn't awaken from techniques alone. It wakes up when life itself becomes ritual, when every gesture feeds your consciousness like a flame. Remember, true pineal awakening doesn't pull you away from the world. It brings you back to it with fresh eyes, clearer, more compassionate, more radiant. We've traveled the hidden pathways inside the human body, crossing that secret bridge between the physical and the vast soul. The pineal gland isn't some spiritual fantasy or luxury. It's a living tool, a quiet flame waiting to be noticed. True healing doesn't start in a hospital or with a pill. It starts in that intimate moment when you decide to remember who you really are. The pineal is more than an organ. It's an internal altar, an eye of light, hidden deep within your being. When it wakes up, you don't just see more clearly. You see yourself without distortion, and that clarity is pure healing. Because when the soul recognizes itself, the body follows, beginning to realign, heal, and bloom. We've talked about its role in ancient cultures, the power of breath and intention, and how coherence between the heart, electromagnetic field, and consciousness can relight that inner beacon. And above all, how awakening the pineal is not just a one-time event, but a way of life. To live from the pineal is to live from sacred presence. But the journey doesn't end here, it actually begins. There's no ritual more powerful than consistency, no deeper healing than what grows from within. Practice is the bridge between knowing and becoming. What you've heard today isn't empty theory, it's a seed. And like any seed, it needs care, intention, and fertile ground to grow. So I invite you to commit to yourself. Start seeing your life as if you're already looking through that inner eye. What would change in your words, your choices, and your feelings if you knew that every breath could activate a healing energy field inside you? You don't have to wait for a miracle. You are the miracle, and the pineal gland is the altar where that miracle is remembered. If this message has touched you, if something inside you resonated as you listened, keep exploring. Make every day a sacred lab. Integrate what you've learned, share it with fellow seekers, and above all, stay awake. Once your consciousness is activated, it never fully goes back to sleep. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you feel this message could help someone else, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep sharing these ancient teachings that live on in our spiritual DNA. Until next time, traveler of the light.